Hey everybody, it is the start to week 4 of Max Shred. So just a couple minute changes. This kind of reminds me of AX1 too. This is challenge week. So there's no burst training. You have your 3 regular workouts that were the same as last week, except for the heavy exercises are changed up. And you get extra rest days instead. So the burst training days turn into extra rest days, and the week culminates with a challenge. I believe it's called the Heatwave challenge. I barely glanced at it. The one thing I'm always curious about in these programs is he precedes challenge day with workouts. And I usually, for myself, throw in a rest day before challenge days because it seems kind of like a lot back to back. But I don't know if I'll do that this week since you've already got 2 extra rest days thrown in there. We'll see. Today is day 6 of no sugar. It hasn't been, I feel like I've caught myself much earlier this time, so the withdrawals and all that haven't been as severe as they have been in the past when my sugar craze goes on for months at a time. I'm still a little moody, grouchy, not horribly bad, but it's there, and my husband knows that. But the other thing is just extreme fatigue. There's been no changes in my sleep. My kids go to bed 7:30, I know, and it's like 6:30, and I'm like, all right, let's start getting ready for bed just so I can go to bed because I'm so tired. And the tiredness is kicking in very early in the day. We still get up 5:30 in the morning. My husband and I, he's been off a little bit lately from work, so we have our coffee together and hang out. And like 8-9 o'clock, all of a sudden it's like, man, am I tired already? So I'm 100% positive that's side effects of quitting the sugar and the processed food. So other than that, I feel like I'm going pretty darn strong. I am literally staring right now at Halloween candy that I bought for the trick-or-treaters. There's been 1 or 2 times, like, it's crossed my mind, but otherwise I haven't. When I made that decision to go get back off the sugar, I'm pretty dedicated to that because I do feel, I think just last night I was telling my husband, I already feel like I've deflated a little bit. Not like I've lost a bunch of weight or anything, but some of the water weight has kind of flushed out, and I already feel a little bit better from that. So, I'll keep you up to date on how it continues to go. So, I will see you down here in a little bit for workout number 1 of the week, which is the heavy exercise. Today is tricep extensions, and then your normal mobilization circuit with the ascending reps. So, see you in a bit. I'm finding these bench taps, the high bench taps, the cardio move, are an ab killer. I remember last week, the next morning I woke up and I was like, man, is my core sore? And it definitely wasn't from dedicated core work. It's from these high bench taps. Hey guys, workout 1 is complete. One good thing about doing it while my child's on Zoom, I find my pace stays up big time because I'm trying to get it done as quickly as possible. But quick little story, and I promise it has a point. Yesterday my parents came over and my dad had borrowed weights because he wanted to start lifting weights again. And he mentioned as soon as he tried to do any like overhead pressing how bad his shoulder hurt. And his shoulder's been bothering him for a while now. So I brought up Athlean-X and started looking through some videos because I was like, I bet your rotator cuff is just really weak. And it got me to thinking about Max Shred. I think one of the things that this program is missing is corrective exercises in any way. AX1 made sure it hit the rotator cuff. AX2 I can't speak for, didn't do it a whole lot. But Total Beast, whereas I towards the end was saying those regeneration days were getting really redundant because they're the same two workouts through the whole program. There has to be something said though about including those corrective exercises and what a difference it made. Because I can tell with my rotator cuffs, it made a huge, huge difference. So my goal this week, because of those extra rest days with not having burst training this week, I think I'm going to try to get down here and hit up some corrective exercises, probably just do some beast regeneration days because of how beneficial they were. So tomorrow, that's the plan. The Heatwave challenge. Let me break it down to you in the most basic ideas because it goes. I had to watch the video a couple of times. I was really confused at what was going on. You have two pairs. First pair, it's made up of two exercises: rocket jumps, push-ups. Within that pair, there are 5 heat waves. They start at 100 and they decrease by 10. So 100, 90, 80, 70, 60. Within that pair, rocket jumps. Each rocket jump is worth a point. He does not break it down to alarms, give you a fire escape. It's the rocket jump. Push-ups, this is where it gets a little different. He does break it down by alarms. So the basic, which is what I did, on your knees, is supposed to be worth half a point. I counted it as a point. And it really depends in each alarm. There's a half a point and a point exercise. So alarm 1, the knee push-up is half a point. Full push-up is 1 point. Then you go to alarm 2, alarm 3, alarm 4. He increases, so you can go all the way up to Spider-Man push-ups and clapping plyo push-ups, depending on what alarm you're on. You do whatever combination you want. to get to that heat wave number. So 100, whatever combination gets to you to 100 points. Then from there, 90, 80, 70, 60. You're supposed to time yourself within each heat wave and come up with a total time. I skipped that component. You're also supposed to give yourself 1 minute between heat waves. I didn't pay attention to that either. I think 4 times my kids have come down here needing something from me. So just within this workout, I've climbed 2 sets of stairs 4 or 5 times. So I just, like anything else, did the best I could. Then you go to pair number 2. This one was way worse. Pair number 2 is split squat jumps. Again, no fire escape. Everybody's supposed to do the split squat jumps. That's a point. Then the inverted row or the inverted pull-up. And again, depending on what alarm you are doing, each alarm has 2 options. One of the exercises is supposed to be half a point. One of the exercises is a full point. So I was at basic, like alarm number 1. I alternated between inverted pull-ups and inverted rows. And you'll notice even that I was like getting to be so tired. I didn't want to get sloppy. So instead, I subbed in some rotator cuff exercises to add in some points. And I even counted those as 1 point apiece. It's just the way I wanted to do it. I didn't too much counting, paying attention to time. I think that just takes away from concentrating on your form. All in all, not too bad. Like I said, you were supposed to time yourself through each heat wave. You don't time your breaks, just the amount of time it takes you to, rack up that total amount of points. And then you add the whole total together, and he has a chart that tells you, where you land. That's, up to your discretion how you want to score yourself and do what you do. This is going to be the killer pair. Okay, last heat wave, the 90 heat wave. Totally threw in some rotator cuff exercises in place of inverted rows. So that wraps up not only week 4, but month 1. Month 2 starts next week, but I just got an email that my Bowflex spin bike is to be delivered in like 2 days, so I'm pretty pumped. My plan is to get that bad boy together and show it some love for a couple days and probably take a little hiatus from Max Shred, which I'm kind of excited about taking that little break too, because I looked over month 2. Month 2 changes up the formats, but your mobilization circuits, you go from mobilization circuits to incineration circuits, but it's the same exercises, strength exercises, the different squats, the different scat pulls, inverted rows, all that stays the same in those circuits, just changes it up a bit. So I could see how that constant same exercises might get a little redundant. Oh, today is day 12 of no sugar. It's not going too bad. The cravings haven't been nearly as bad as I was expecting them to be, but the mood swings have been pretty rough. But at the same time, now my husband is no longer off. He's leaving and not coming home till late. So between that and my children have colds again, and obviously in COVID-19 situation, even the slightest bit of runny noses and coughs, we are just locked in this house until everybody clears up. And as a mom, that just sucks the life out of you. So other than that, keep you updated. I'm not gonna lie, I was editing this week's video, watching some of my workouts, and I was like, you can kind of tell there's a little more padding there than there was before, but you know what? Shit happens. So I'll see you for month 2 in a little while. Like I said, showing the new spin bike some love.